My name is Tari Mutefa. I am based in Portland, Oregon, originally from Zimbabwe,
Okay.
and I am planning my very first experience. Yeah, so my question to y'all is when you planned your very first experience, how did you go about curating the experience for your clients? So kind of two in one. How did you go about creating your very first experience, and what exactly were you providing for them in balance of the actual maybe curriculum or program to fun activities and relax? And then two, how did you go about finding the perfect client for that experience?
Oh, now that's a load. Those are two heavy hitters.
I know.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
have to ask them real
I
quickly.
don't know if we have that much time, but okay, jump in
Do
and
we
do it.
can. Okay, so the itinerary, rookie mistake. I've done it. We've all done it. You cram too much stuff into a day. Okay. People need time to internalize what you've done. So if you're doing a session in the morning, 2 hour session about manifestation or mindset or whatever you're doing, they're going to need a few hours to really take that back in afterwards and go over notes or just sit quietly with themselves so that they can, do their thing. Um, I get to grade a lot of homework, and we watch folks say, okay, 7 a.m. we're going to do yoga, 9 a.m. is going to be breakfast, 10 a.m. is going to be this first session. The next meeting after that's going to be at 10:30. And then they give them a break for lunch, go immediately back into it, and they don't get a real break until 4:30. By that point, your folks are exhausted. Um, I really feel that you need to bring in a lot of stuff. So I just took a group to Puerto Vallarta last week. We literally do breakfast at 9, 10:45, 11. We do a thing, whatever that thing is going to be. And then most of the time from like 1 to 4, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock was dinner. I'm sorry, 6:30 was dinner because it was with the sunset. They just had time to themselves. So they got a chance to talk to each other, talk about what we did that day. Um, and they were still plenty busy throughout the week. So pace yourself, pace them. And then the other question, as far as finding that ideal client, oof, finding the ideal client is certainly a challenge. And we can go into this whole thing about how I believe you are the brand, your business isn't the brand, but that's for another day. I personally put out a newsletter uh, that speaks directly to my audience, and I ask them to help me find customers or clients or people who are going to be like-minded. And from there, well, that's a general newsletter. I can easily pare it down to just the folks who are interested in travel. That it is an um, ongoing thing. I'm a big fan of doing newsletters just because it's the easiest way for me to grow my mail list. Um, I use ghost.org to build my list, to build my newsletter and collect my mail list. If you have a newsletter in you, I would recommend maybe looking at that. Um, yeah. What else you got? So tell me what kind of retreats you're going to be doing, specialty.
So, my retreat is going to be in health and wellness, focusing on mental health, physical health, and spiritual health.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so I want to
And who's your ideal
encompass
client?
entrepreneurs and busy professionals.
Excellent. Excellent. So you're going to be hitting LinkedIn, doing very soft, welcoming posts, letting folks know who you are and what you're going to be doing.
I love that suggestion. I would just piggyback before we transition and say the way I built my community was through podcasting. So I love to talk. It's a great way to do that and to learn about people and to show my or establish myself as a thought leader in my field. And that's been an amazing tool. And I've been doing it for years and years. So
And
I hope that helps.
yeah, had you already
Yeah.
started your podcast then? You already had a following from your podcast before before you actually launch your retreat?
Um, I mean, it depends on what you consider a following. Yeah, like people were listening to it. I mean, my mom, I think she was. I mean, my dad was like, guess what? My friends found your podcast and they said it was good. Thanks, Father. But yeah, I started it. But what's great about it is evergreen content. So if somebody has a question, I can say, hey, guess what? I did a podcast about that and I spoke to Michael about that maybe like a few months ago. Let me send you, so it's just great. And I could go on and on about the benefits of that. But we do hope that does this feel good for you? Gives
Yeah,
you
it
something
feels
to
good.
start.
Yeah,
Okay,
because I'm
awesome.
definitely at a foundational stage, so all of it definitely helps on how I'm going to curate my
Yeah, and look,
marketing and all that.
yeah, building that community is going to be your number one priority for sure, is starting to build the community and get people invested. So you're going to come back to office hours and tell us how it's going? Yeah? Awesome. Okay.
Perfect.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much. Appreciate
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah. Thanks for being here.